Let's get loud.
Let's get loud. Okay, since it is the season and we're finally in December, Kevin! I know you hate that, but Home Alone is such a staple in my household.
It's not a good movie. It's stupid. It's a dumb premise.
I'm rage baiting you right off the
You are rage
bat
baiting me. I mean, it's bad enough it's foggy as hell outside for the past month, and now I got to deal with whatever the hell he does.
When he puts on the aftershave. I mean, come on, the Wet Bandits.
That is easily the worst movie Joe Pesci has ever done in his life.
My dad would disagree. Shout out to the P-Babs that's listening to this, because I know he watches us every single week. That's like
Shout out to P-Bab.
P-Babby Babs. No, we watched Home Alone all the time. The first and the second one. The third one, not as good. In fact, I would say it's pretty bad. You think all three are bad.
It's just stupid. I was in college when this thing, the monstrosity, came out. I did not like it. I think all the actors that are in it lowered themselves. It's not on my holiday list.
Do you have a favorite Christmas movie?
Love Actually is a pretty good movie for Christmas time. It's got a little bit of everything in it. I do like one that came out a couple years ago called Red One with The Rock and Chris Evans. I thought it was pretty entertaining for a Christmas movie.
Imagine you like that, but you don't like Home Alone.
Right. Well, it's better than Home Alone.
I would disagree with that.
Watch Red One.
How do you not put Christmas Vacation or The Grinch on there?
Grinch is okay. I mean...
Okay?
Yeah, okay. We all know the story.
In fact, I've seen a lot of memes going around social media right now that are like, the more I mature and get older, I realize why the Grinch just wanted to be inside and with his dog.
Yeah, him and his dog, man. He's like, F everybody else. I'm going to tell you what, though. The Elf is one of that's.
I like Elf, too.
Will Ferrell has got such a mixed bags. When you have he's got some great movies and some clunkers. This was not a clunker. Elf is...
Some people don't like it, though. Like, my stepmom's not the craziest about
she doesn't
Elf,
know it.
But then
Does she like Home Alone?
My mom loves Elf.
Yeah.
So it's kind of just like some people either love it or they hate it.
Does your stepmom like Home Alone?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, there you go.
No, but my dad likes both, so...
Well, your dad's got good and bad taste.
So our family dog, his name is Buddy. And so every time I leave the house, I go, Buddy the Elf, what's your favorite color? Bye, buddy. Hope you find your dad.
Santa, I know him.
You sit on a throne of lies. Some pretty funny ones, but yeah. Anyways, there was for the Tulare County Winter Wonderland. One of the nights is Home Alone, so I had to yell, Kevin, my hand. That's what I should have you do. Let's recreate that.
Let's move on to the next subject.
Well, Wet Bandits, wet weather, but without the actual rain. We've had some fog, and it's like a wet fog.
For people that are listening that don't live in this area or watching that don't live in this area, which I think is very few, we get the fog sometimes, but it's been really bad. We had a rainstorm before Thanksgiving, and literally all the central part of California, from like Sacramento to the Grapevine, has been one big cloud bank.
Yeah.
And the thing is that you go like 100 miles to the west, or even 50 miles to the east up into the foothills, and it's beautiful. Like, I went to Monterey, and it's like you leave 40 degrees, and you're in 60 degrees in sun.
Yeah.
I had to go to San Luis Obispo on Monday, new football coach being announced, and we're driving, and it's like 40 degrees.
Yeah.
And we get to it was 73 in San Luis Obispo. I'm wearing a hoodie, and literally I'm sweating and going, God bless this place.
Isn't that so weird? I do find that very strange. Like, when they've been giving their forecast on the news and everything.
It might get to 50 degrees today. Whoa. When your high's 46 and your low's...
They keep on saying that it's going to get to 50, and then it's like the next day, no, actually, we've downgraded it to 40-something.
We've literally had 4 hours total of sun since Thanksgiving, I believe.
I know, it's really depressing, but
It is depressing. You wake up and you're like, blah, I don't want to get out of bed.
Seasonal depression, but it's weird because you wouldn't think that the foothills would actually be warmer than the valley floor.
Yeah, but that's, the elevation, and they're above the fog bank.
I know,
And
that's
it's
what's
crazy.
really
You go up to
strange.
like Oakhurst, and it's
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yeah. So
What's crazy is like when you're going up, when you're coming down, you can literally, you're in the sun and you could just see clouds and knowing that
Yeah.
you're going to end up in that fog bank.
Yeah, and it's not very fun playing pickleball in the fog. Like, I'll even take off one of my jackets when I'm playing because I get a little bit warmer. And by the time I go to put my jacket on, like, it's almost soaked.
Yeah.
Because of the moisture in the air, we're just not getting
I'll
that
tell you what,
far.
I ride my bike to work, and I rode it in this morning coming in. And it's not necessarily like, because it's in the 40s, so it's not super cold, but like it's damp. And I literally get a brain freeze like I've just chugged a Slurpee.
Yeah.
My entire face is like, for the first mile. And I'm like, man, why did I make the decision to ride my bike? But then I get over it.
Yeah, then you get over it. You just need some, like, hot chocolate or some coffee to warm you up.
Got me some coffee right here, baby.
Well,
some
you know we
Colombian brew.
love talking about the 6-7. Well, there's some new developments.
Hey, you know the Dolphins are 6-7, baby.
The Broncos are tied for first.
They're not 6-7.
They're 11-2, and sitting at the top of the AFC West. And with the Chiefs' loss, and then also a little bit of the struggle with the Chargers, it could be good news for the Broncos.
Well, the
So,
Chargers are kind of back on
I
track.
know,
I mean,
but
9-4, and then they
I'm
can.
just saying it's good
they
to
can
have
give,
a 2 games.
They can give all the AFC people a shot in the arm if they can land that knockout punch to the Chiefs this weekend, because the Chiefs would be 6-8. They're
but
already in 10th position.
No, they need to beat us again. The Chargers need to beat us again because we play them. We play the Chargers, then we play the Chiefs right at the end of the season.
Well,
And so
remember
that's gonna
too, and
be
the
huge.
Chargers beat you guys.
Yeah, but if
They're
we
gonna
go,
have if they beat you, they will have 2 wins against you, and
Yeah,
you
but
guys, it could get hairy at the end.
we'll see. But
Don't
Broncos
get a
are
big
sitting,
head, all right?
The Broncos are sitting pretty good.
They
right
are
now.
sitting good. They're sitting better than my team, but hope springs eternal as the Dolphins have now shifted to become like a power running team and have run the ball down the throats of the last 3 teams that they played. And they got Aaron Rodgers, the old man, and the Steelers on Monday Night Football. So they could be 7-7.
Okay, we do have to just mention that Phillip Rivers, man, is
44 and he's back in the NFL. Can you
what is
believe it?
happening?
Well, believe me, if you had 12 kids, would you not want to get the hell out of the house?
I just am like,
They got like 12
how
kids.
does he get signed to the practice squad? I'm like, there has to be somebody else. There has to be somebody else. At 44, you're gonna have.
He's probably in shape because he's got 12
No,
kids.
he's not. He just did a press conference and he does not look in shape at all. He looks like he's gonna have some real stamina issues.
Did he look like he gained weight?
Yes, he did
He's a
actually.
little thicker.
And I'm like, what is happening? I was shook by that news. I honestly, like, my jaw dropped to the floor.
Well, it's
when I heard
crazy.
that.
And his last year when he came out of relief, when he was like 40 for the Colts, he did take them to the playoffs. And they actually almost won that playoff game in the first round. I think they're playing the Bills.
Okay, well,
I
I'm just
know
gonna
you
say,
hate Phillip
I
Rivers.
hate Phillip Rivers. I call him Crybaby Rivers because everybody talked about how Tom Brady would throw a big old fit and be the flopper.
You're just sad because him and way back in the day, him and Jay Cutler went head to head a lot.
No, I despised him always.
I get
was not
it.
a fan. I was not a fan. I
Because
thought
he was a
super
Chargers
annoying.
QB.
No, I just thought he was super annoying, and he's sitting there and
Are
he's
you
like,
a fan of Justin Herbert?
not really.
Okay, well then there we go.
And I thought his whole press game or post game thing was a little bit ridiculous, and I'm glad that he got fined. For people that do not know about this, after the game, the reporter tries to talk to him, and he's like, I want to go celebrate with my team. Well, guess what, buddy? You're in the NFL, so why don't you zip it,
I
do
think
the
the
interview.
real excuse is he needed to get into the locker room because he got jacked up. He's
Okay.
broken arm and
Well, you
bleeding.
can take-
He just stiffed
you
up.
can
I
take
get
40
it. He
seconds.
stopped. They did it. Everything came out fine. She was professional about it. He ended up being professional about it.
No,
it's
he
not a
wasn't
big
professional
deal.
about it. I felt like he
No,
looked like
if
an
he wasn't
absolute
professional,
jerk.
then he would have just said, no, Yes, he was pretty engaged in the interview.
He tried to get away from it twice, and then when she was like asking questions, you could tell he wanted nothing to do with it. So I felt like, I actually thought that overall he's been a classy quarterback, but I thought that that was an off day for him. I think that he needs to re-examine.
Mederios, you get sacked 5 times and bleed on the field and see how up to talking to people you are afterwards. So give him a little bit of grace. Okay?
No grace.
You don't like the Chargers, I get it.
No grace.
You don't like the Chargers. I like Phillip Rivers, I like Justin Herbert, and I get where Herbert, I thought, okay, dude, just kind of dial it back a little bit. But I get where he was coming from. She did a great job handling it. It worked out great. He was engaged, whether you thought so or not.
No, I didn't think he was.
You know what I mean? Give me a break.
And I will just
Charger
say,
hater.
it reminds me of Marshawn Lynch when he used to do that, and that used to really make me mad too.
I love Marshawn Lynch. And the thing is Marshawn Lynch probably could have given some of the greatest sound bites of all time.
No, he does have great sound bites.
No, he's fantastic.
But it did bother me when they made it to the Super Bowl and he just sat there.
I'm just here so I don't get fined.
And he was just saying, I'm just here so I don't get fined. And then he wouldn't answer any of the questions and would just say yes or no. And it just really... maybe because I'm in this business, but I'm like, man, you know how hard you're making somebody else's job? It's like, you think that it's that easy to get up there and like ask questions and do all this kind of stuff? Like, come on.
Hey, at least you knew what you
said. Be Peyton
said.
Manning and be classy up there, okay?
All right.
All right.
Moving on.
Well, we're going to 67 this conversation and move on.
Isn't that 86?
Yeah, I know, but I was trying to,
You're trying to be funny, but you weren't.
I was trying to be funny. You didn't think it was funny.
6'7". Oh, but I will tell you.
Wait,
real quick on the 6'7". My buddy Mark.
Okay, well, it's talking right now, so just pause. Okay, so I was trying to be funny, but we got to move on.
One quick thing. My buddy Mark that we know, he's a middle school teacher. He brings the kids donuts when the Dolphins win. So he's bringing the kids donuts this week, and they moved to 6'7", and he's like, gonna be the worst day of my life.
Yeah, no, actually teachers are way upset about it because they can't get stuff done. Well, the reason why, let's take a look at this video. Because of people like Gen Z. That's right. Well, In-N-Out has removed 67, the number, the order number, from their system because people go so crazy when it is called.
Come on, man.
There
are worse things to get upset about. Be upset because people use the N-word, people trot out the Confederate flag and Nazis and all that. 6'7", it's harmless. There are worse things your middle school kids could go crazy over, right?
I do agree, but I will say, I do get like...
I'm surprised it's gone on this long.
I have teachers and stuff, right, that I know, and they said that, like, if it gets mentioned at all in class...
Oh, it disrupts the entire...
No, it's like, for the next 25 to 30 minutes. It is just disrupt everything.
It's a zoo.
And you know what I was thinking the other day is, it's kind of like the new dab. It's kind of like the new, don't you think? I was like, remember when everybody was doing the dab?
I remember this dude's getting sworn in to the House of Representatives in freaking Congress, and his kid is there.
But is it not the new dab? Is it not?
It is.
It's the new dab.
At least this was silent.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
The 6'7" is loud.
I think we spent about 6 or 7 minutes on this topic.
No, we haven't. We spent like 6 or 7 minutes on Phillip Rivers, man. Maybe he should be number 67. That would really make him go viral. He's already viral for...
Hey, keeping it on football for a minute. Controversy in the college football playoff as my Miami Hurricanes are in and Notre Dame is out, and Notre Dame is going on a world tour of crybaby. Talk about being sour. Boy, Notre Dame is really showing their
Jesus.
They're showing their entitled colors. And you know what? They shouldn't even really have a beef with Miami. They should have a beef with Alabama. I get they're a little upset, but all in all, you lose to a team head-to-head and you got the same record, the team that beat you probably should get in. But now, everybody's accusing them of taking their ball and going home because they don't want to go to a bowl game. They're crying about the ACC. Well, guess what? maybe don't lose 2 games and don't lose head-to-head to the team that you're tied with the same record. But I am on cloud 9. My Dodgers are world champs back-to-back, and now the Hurricanes are in the playoffs. That's all I want. All you want at the end of the season, right, is your team to have a chance to win it all.
Here we go. Kevin
You don't have any dog in a fight in college. Why are you rolling your eyes? Why are you rolling your eyes?
Because you're really like pumping yourself up right now. Well, when we come
Go
back,
Canes!
we're probably going to argue about this next thing. So Kevin and I are just going
No, you and I argue about something?
after each other today.
We
Kevin!
never argue.
Kevin! But we'll be right back after this.
Let's get
All right.
loud.
Welcome back. Let's get loud.
Bienvenidos.
So a little bit of a story, and you guys loved it on TikTok. I actually was kind of shocked that it went off because I didn't really understand it, and I thought it was the most...
Oh, by the way, just to preface it, as a 56-year-old man, do not have TikTok. Because
Okay.
if I want my information stolen, I want it stolen by our fellow Americans.
Well, it's getting stolen through my account anyways that I set up for Let's Get Loud.
Well, no,
so.
but that's your information.
Anyways, so last week during the noon show, during a commercial break, one of the camera operators, Dylan, he just had said, what are you doing
I know
for the
where we're going with
weekend?"
this.
What are you doing for the weekend? And he was like, well, I might drive 10 hours with a buddy to go get a car. And I was like, might? What do you mean might? You're either going or you're not, right? And he was like, well, he just texted me, but I'm in the show. And I'm like, you guys don't have like a plan? And he was like, oh, boy planning. And I was like, boy planning? What the heck is boy planning? And he was like, pretty much it means that you just call a buddy or you decide for yourself that you're gonna do something on a whim, go do it, no plan, and that's what it is. So I posted a video on TikTok, and there was like 2,000 views on this video for us and like 60 comments by guys that were talking about boy planning things that they do. They said boy planning technically isn't like a term, but...
No, he said boy planning. It's just what guys do. Like, Kathy was like one of the reasons we're ending up not going to Santa Barbara around the New Year's because we're going to meet up with my friend Ted.
Yeah.
And she's like, this is exactly it, boy plan. And I go, well, I was talking to Mederios and I told her, and I told this to Kathy, and she wasn't too shocked about it. Is back when I was in college, In-N-Out Burger was specifically SoCal, only in Los Angeles. They built one in Barstow.
Yeah.
I'm in Vegas. We're on college break at home in Vegas, sitting around bored out of our minds.
Yeah.
It's like 4 p.m. My friend Ted comes up with the idea. He's like, hey, do you guys want to go to In-N-Out? And we're thinking, In-N-Out, yeah, in Barstow? Yeah, let's go. So the 5 of us piled into this big ass freaking sedan and we drove 2.5 hours to Barstow, had In-N-Out Burger, and drove back to Las Vegas.
I'll just say boy planning stresses me out, but these were some of the comments. It was 2005, and my buddy had just moved to Baltimore from Nashville with his girlfriend. I had a free weekend. I texted him, y'all want to visit her? I've never been to that area before. So I drove there Friday night, had some Maryland crabs, and then crashed on their couch, and then drove back, okay? Another one, my friend texted me about a drive to go watch a baseball game during the summer. I missed the text, and he already left. I took a flight and met him at the stadium. He had free tickets, and we drove back together. How crazy is this? My wife was out of town and I wanted to go to a baseball game, but no teams played in Utah. I bought a flight, flew to Phoenix, and then took the train to the game, flew back that night just because I was bored. Did that twice. Okay?
Hey, I guess it would fall under the remember, was it just say yes to anything? If somebody asks you to do something,
I guess.
you say, but why? I mean, why not?
It just
Why
was
not?
crazy. One guy was talking about how he wanted a car, so he lived in Michigan, and then actually flew to DC to get the car, drove all the way back in a convertible sometime in the rain. And he was like, this was like an interesting decision, and that's exactly...
Medeiros, the sports director and I here, turn of the century, we're in Colorado to cover Fresno State taking on Colorado State. Okay, so we get there like on a Thursday. On Friday, he's got a great idea. He's like, hey, dude, let's get passes to go to Colorado versus Texas A&M because that game's at kickoff, and my friend's the football operations coordinator at Colorado. So we literally woke up early on Saturday morning, drove in our rental car from Fort Collins to Boulder, go meet up with this dude, have a little bit of lunch, get the passes, go see Colorado versus Texas A&M, leave in the third quarter, drive all the way back to Fort Collins, get ready to go cover the game at 8 o'clock, Fresno
Holy
State
cow.
versus Colorado State.
That's
So I guess that would fall under boy planning,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, there also is some stuff that could have gotten wrong. I guess you just wing it.
We wing it. We wing it. And you know what? We got to see the, Ralphie, the Buffalo run through the stadium. And back then there was a tradition that the Colorado kids, they bring mushrooms. They bring marshmallows to the game, and they have a big marshmallow fight, and everybody's throwing marshmallows on the field and all over. And we got to witness that too. And it was third quarter, and it was kind of a close game, but we're like, we do have work to do, so we jetted back to Fort Collins.
Well, what's funny is he said the girl planning is, you have to have 3 girls and they all have to check their schedules and make sure that they put it on their calendar 2 weeks in advance. And I was like, man, that just shows the difference.
Nah, we will wing it.
Between girls and guys. But I want to move on because we were talking about it last week. But this freaking drunk Raccoon is making the headlines again. This time because there's 3 different drinks that place has now created. The Trash Panda Old Fashioned that's said to be a scrappy, no-nonsense twist on the classic.
That.
I know. The Midnight Masked Gin Fizz, which is said to be a lively, mischievous cocktail. And the Rye Rascal Sour, which is described to be tangy and rich. I think that's so clever.
It's fantastic. And,
You
when you can, any excuse to make a fancy drink like that, let's go for it. I mean, you know me, I love my old fashions. And went out to dinner on Saturday night at Eureka Burger. They make a gingerbread old fashioned for the holidays. This is fantastic. Trash Panda old fashioned.
I know.
Hell, I'm gonna be making me one this weekend.
I know. I might have to give you the the recipe.
I got it right here. I'll just screen grab it.
But I thought that was so funny. I was like, that's great. I mean, I will say some people think that it was a little bit of a setup. I don't know. Like people,
What do you mean a setup?
like because you don't see the actual Raccoon knocking over the bottle. So some people are
Yeah, but did they have? They probably didn't have. They didn't have any surveillance video.
They did have surveillance video of it going down the boxes, but they didn't have the full video of it knocking over or that they released. But
Right. Okay. So who goes through that much trouble to knock all of their inventory? People sometimes are stupid. Can we not? Things do, like when the deer runs into a 7-Eleven in wherever, in Montana probably.
No, there was a deer that just ran into a Christmas shop. Did you see that?
No.
Yeah, deer just went into a Christmas shop. And I will say, right after this dang raccoon, okay, there was a seal that wandered into a bar. And then what I loved is they said, oh, it got the seal of approval.
There's that store, Wet Seal. Well, there you go, Wet Seal into wherever the hell you want.
It also ended up in the bathroom. I'm like, what the heck is up with these animals just going into these establishments?
Well, the panda knew where he had to go. He was knocked out. He's like, where do we go? The porcelain god. We've all prayed to the porcelain god.
Somebody on my Facebook was like, man, if this isn't my spirit animal, I don't know what is. Imagine your spirit animal is.
My spirit animal is some sort of a cat. I'll tell you that much.
No,
because there's nothing more
really?
I'd like to do than lay around on a couch and be able to just jump up at a moment's notice and do a flip.
I would never guess that, Kevin. Let's move on to the billboard.
Oh, yeah. So it's Christmas time in Hollis, Queens, right? And I can tell you right now in the top 10 on the Hot 100, everything is Christmas except there's 3 songs out of the top 10 that aren't Christmas. And that's our buddy Alex Warren, who's still hovering around in number 7, Taylor Swift at number 6. And what I really do feel bad about, K-pop Golden would have knocked Taylor Swift out of the top spot. But this is an interesting fact. We have Mariah, at number 1, All I Want for Christmas. But at number 2, Wham, Last Christmas. This is the highest this song has ever gotten. And when he was alive, George Michael really, really wanted Last Christmas to be a #1 song during the Christmas holidays. It may happen. I don't know, but I think it's fantastic. It's one of my favorite Christmas songs.
Really?
Yeah, I really like Last Christmas. It's fantastic. Doesn't need to be. It's one of those that doesn't need to be covered. I see people covering Mariah Carey, All I Want for Christmas. It's like, don't mess with greatness. Don't do it.
Okay, so there was someone that I was talking to this about, actually Mario, that said he would rather listen to like new Christmas songs opposed to like the classics.
But the problem is you get new ones that aren't really that good.
Yeah.
There's like 1 out of 10 that's new, that's really good.
Yeah, I would agree with you on that.
I mean, This Santa Tell Me by Ariana Grande.
It's pretty good.
It's new-ish.
Yeah.
But it's good. And look, if you look at these 7 songs, these are like your classic established ones.
I like classic Christmas. All my Christmas music is usually like classics. I
mean, Brenda Lee and Bobby Helms are like from the 50s, but they're fantastically done. That's why they're played each year. Now we're flipping it to the Billboard 200. Taylor's back on. Can we get rid of Morgan Wallen?
You keep on saying this.
He's
every
like
week.
a
It's
fly.
Not happening. It's not happening.
He's like a fly that's in your house.
I hate to tell you, but your say is not going to have anything to do.
Hey, this is pretty impressive though. Charlie Brown Christmas has popped into the top 10, which is really, really cool.
Maybe because it goes from like Thanksgiving to Christmas. I don't know. It's interesting.
Yeah. But look at that, 2 out of the top 4 from the K-pop world. But I told you, Taylor Swift, she's going to be up. She had knocked out for 1 week by these K-pop people, but she's going to be on there for it's 8 weeks now. But Mariah, going back to how I want her, Mariah now with her 19th week, that's logged at #1. All I Want for Christmas Is You now ties Shabuzi and Lil Nas X for the longest reigns or most weeks at #1 in Hot 100 history.
Well, I guess that's what we're going to end on.
All right.
So, everybody have a great week. We'll see you next week.
Adios.